Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to talk about Aliceth because of course she is receiving a lot of meta usage in Dream Realm. Actually the last 4 days in a row she has been in the top team for Endless Dream Realm and by a sizable score gap of maybe 10 billion damage. Now the question is she a must pull in her current state? And really the only way to answer that is, do you need her to compete for the ranking position you're looking for in Dream Realm content, mainly your server Dream Realm ranking? Because as you guys know, Aliceth is primarily a Dream Realm hero. She obviously is pretty good in PvP as well if you build her. However, you don't want to build her specifically for PvP. You would want to build it for Dream Realm and then take advantage of her in PvP as well. And obviously in AFK stages, she has no use. So in Dream Realm, I'm on the VN server right now, and actually, you're going to see in coming days, Aliceth is not stopping at being the top team for 4 bosses. She's actually going to be the top team in King Croaker for Endless difficulty, and also in Thalassa when we get there again in Global Server at the maximum level, which is 815 for this phase. So with all of that, you see her in the top team for 6 different bosses. The only 2 bosses she is not meta for are Nocturne Judicator and then also the Necrodraken with Harak. But for the other 6 bosses, she is in the top team for Endless difficulty, King Croaker. You see here Thalassa, Sigmund, we've already seen on Global Server, Mirage Frostspike, Magmazard, and even today Blightshroom, for whether you have Mahira or even the no Mahira team option is still getting a high score gap compared to the no Aliceth teams. But one kind of caveat is in Blightshroom, there is a pretty good Nazarick Baelran team without Aliceth, maybe only 3 to 4 billion damage lower than the Aliceth team. So if you have Baelran built and you have Nazarick built or you're building him up, then you're going to be pretty much set for that as well. Now, with all of that covered, it does look like she's a very dominant hero for Dream Realm. However, I want to talk about a few things. First, we need to talk about the fact that in Dream Realm, the meta is constantly evolving. It can change by new bosses being added, or it can change by new meta heroes being released for Dream Realm. And this is always the worry when you're investing in a new hero, especially a damage dealer, because you don't know what is going to be the shelf life until another hero comes that does their job better and power creeps them out of the meta. And that's why usually if you're taking a look at your Dream Realm rankings and you're holding on to a ranking position that you're happy with or you've been able to in the past, then you may not need to recruit Aliceth. It really comes down to how many other people built Aliceth in your server. If enough didn't, you're going to be fine without her. However, if you are struggling to keep up your ranking position, definitely Aliceth is going to help you. There's no question about that. And when we talk about the most meta Dream Realm hero of this season, of course, it is going to be Aliceth. Because for Endless Dream Realm, being the best in 6 different bosses, that is a crazy performance and definitely worthy of building. So if you have the resources to take Aliceth to Supreme Plus, you can build her and probably it will be a good decision. Like probably 80% is going to be a good decision. Is only that 20% chance that if, I don't know, we do have a 3rd Celestial Hypogean coming up this season. I'm not anticipating it to be Dream Realm. I'm thinking maybe more along the lines of PvP like it kind of usually is for the last Celestial Hypogean of each season. But the other thing to keep in mind is at the beginning of next season, we're going to have another Celestial Hypogean, and I really think a Hypogean support will be coming up soon, because when we look at the global launch heroes, we've had the counterpart of all 3 of them except for Rainier, and Rainier was the Hypogean support. So I'm expecting a Hypogean support, and we know how meta supports are for Dream Realm content. Both Rainier and Twins are basically the top priorities to build out of the Celestial Hypogeans, and for good reason, because of how good they are. So that's another thing to think. So basically, it just always comes down to, you can never be 100% sure if this is the best investment opportunity. But like I said, 80%, I'm 80% sure building Aliceth now is going to be a good idea, and maybe everyone eventually will build her anyway. However, because we do have a new Celestial Hypogean coming up soon on the horizon, in only like I mean at the beginning of the next phase, which is only a bit over 2 weeks from now. But probably we're gonna get some info on it maybe in a week, maybe 10 days from now. There's probably gonna be a video trailer, so we'll have at least an idea, feel for what the hero is actually gonna be doing, and kind of their skills and what they revolve around. And then we're gonna have Pioneer server as well. We'll be able to do actual testing and see the actual full skill descriptions, and we'll be able to see, is the hero just gonna be not needed for Dream Realm, in which case more of a reason to pull Aliceth. But you never know. We don't know what is coming up next as a Celestial Hypogeum. We never know, and that's always why you can never be 100% sure when you're making an investment and a build up. However, I do feel like Aliceth, if you've built Baelran, okay, this is the other thing. If you haven't built Baelran yet, I still recommend to people Baelran before Aliceth, even though Baelran is not going to have as much usage as Aliceth. He is going to be in 3 different bosses, and he is in the top teams for them. And he's also good for AFK stages. He's just a better all-around solid hero for you to be building to benefit your account. And so I still say, even right now, even with the Aliceth's performance, I still say Baelran before Aliceth in terms of the priority of Celestial Hypogeans. And I'm still pretty confident in that. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about Aliceth in the comment section down below. Have you built her? Are you planning to build her? Or are you going to skip on her? Are you going to wait a bit longer? Let me know. Because those opinions are very helpful for others as well who are thinking about making their decisions. But my final thoughts are that I think she is a good investment. However, in the same way, if you're able to hold your Dream Realm ranking, at least your server ranking, without building her, you can wait a while longer, you can save a while longer, and making sure that you will have the resources when a truly game-breaking hero does come out for Dream Realm. However, Aliceth definitely is a solid hero, and eventually probably everyone would like to have her on their account. And so, if you have the resources, I think you can safely pull her now as well. But thanks for watching. If you guys do not already remember my AFK Journey Discord server, there's a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There is a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus Dragon Crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.